Hello, my beautiful Cappies. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today we are going to be doing an angelic messages reading. This week it's all about the angelic messages again. So we're going to see what the angels are applauding you on, what have you been doing that is in alignment with your highest good. Also, what is still blocked within you or what the angels want you to pay attention to. And lastly, what kind of angelic blessing are they sending your way? So we're going to find that out with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, and then as always we're going to dig deeper with the Ethereal Visions Tarot over here. So as always, please guys remember that this is a general reading, so not all of the messages are going to resonate with every single one of you. Just take what is for you and leave the rest behind. So let's get into it. I want to see what the angels are applauding you on. Connect with your emotions. No way. This card has been like really coming out. It feels like everyone is in their emotions right now. Oh my God, and Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. So you have two elements come out straight off the bat. So fire and water, which is interesting because as we all know, you're an earth sign. But it seems that more so at this time you're in your emotions, and looks like you're kind of connecting your emotional space with what is lighting you up with your passions. Let's look at what is still blocked within you though. What is, oh, wow. Father Sky, trust in the unknown. Yeah, well, I feel like this is kind of a universal theme for all earth signs, where having trust in something that you can't see and feel and touch, and not being able to control the situation and just giving the reins over to someone else is very, very difficult. Very difficult. Oh my God, this is crazy. You have the third element come out. Air Guardian, shift your perception. What is going on? Wow. So yeah, it seems like the fire element, the more passionate, more driven energy, as well as the more emotional and intuitive and sensitive energy. Those two you seem to have got down. And it feels like the mind aspect is something that still needs to be worked through though, like your thought processes. Interesting. Okay, let's look at what is coming your way, what kind of blessing is coming your way. I want this one. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Wow, this card hasn't come out for anyone. Whoa. I'm not sure that I've ever actually gotten this card, and I've had this deck for months and months and months. Wow, this is really powerful stuff. But I mean, like, you had three elements come out, so... Oh, and the wise one, grow within your current situation. Okay, so this is really big energy, guys, again. And I don't know what everyone is up to, but it's like... It's everyone's reading has been really, really huge this past week. Really huge, really powerful energies coming through. So yeah, it's amazing to see, but it's also really difficult to give the messages because it's like words fail me most of the time, and it's really difficult to put the energies that I'm getting off of these cards into actual words. But let me kind of feel and sense my way through these cards, and then we'll get into them one by one. Okay, so for you guys, with the underlying energy being the wise one, I kind of feel that you are going through a full rounded upgrade. meaning that because all like so many elements came out, it seems like it's like you are upgrading every single aspect of yourself. And I mean, because you are an earth sign, it's like that comes naturally to you anyway. So I'm not surprised that the earth sign is the only element, or the earth is the only element that didn't come out. So it really feels to me like you've ticked 3 of the 4 boxes when it comes to elements. And for those of you who are not exactly familiar with all of the elements, we have water, fire, air, and earth. So being that the water guardian is here, which is something that you have been doing and something that the angels are very proud of you for, it seems like that's something that you have been working on, and maybe you have even like kind of quote unquote graduated. And I mean, it's not like you can't actually ever be done with like progression and ascension and working through things. You can't actually ever reach a status where you've mastered all of the elements. But it feels like there's it's almost like you've done something unsurmountable. That's the word that's coming to my head right now. Unsurmountable. I'm not even sure whether it's a real word. Almost like you've done something unsurmountable. And because of the, again, remember the fire element was the underlying energy here. So it feels like that polarity where your emotional space and your creative space are both like in a balanced state, or at least you have put a lot of effort and work into them. So it seems that you've worked through some major stuff. Major stuff, what I'm feeling with this. But then we have this father sky, trust in the unknown, which was, again, the underlying energy was the air guardian, right? So it feels like there's just the mental aspect that's still left for you to work through and tackle. And once you have that down, it's like you'll reach a status or a way of being that is unfathomable. It's a complete like 2.0 version of yourself, almost, is what this feels like. But again, it feels like there needs to be some form of shift in your thought patterns, in how you perceive the world, and especially when it comes to, like, again, letting go of control, handing over the reins of like organizing and managing and running your life day to day. Or, okay, this feels more like big picture, so let's just say your life in general. Handing the reins of your journey over to something that you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot smell, taste, you know, it's not reachable by just the physical senses, right? The 5 senses. It's not reachable in that way. This requires more of this like 6th sense, more of this unearthly, right? Because again, remember, the air sign was the underlying energy here, which means that you kind of have to let your mind run wild, let your mind be free, open up your mind. And I'm not saying that you're a closed-minded person or anything like that. That's not what I meant. It's just that you kind of need to allow this new way of thinking to come in. And for that to be able to happen, there needs to be some form of relaxing of the mind. Again, releasing control of how you normally see things, how you perceive situations, and how you judge things in general. So there needs to be a very like an unjudgmental aspect that needs to come forward more, where you don't try and like analyze or make sense of things, but you just kind of let your mind roam freely and just see where it takes you. Because I kind of feel with this shapeshifter coming out here as some kind of angelic blessing coming your way, it feels like there's something that is lying dormant within you, some kind of gift of yours that that you're not maybe expressing right now, that I feel like it's going to be able to come forward, or you're going to be able to express it once you kind of go through this maturing process, I'm just going to call it the maturing process, even though it's not like, I don't mean it in a way that you're like becoming mature, somehow indicating that you're not mature right now. I also mean the maturing process as in something like the upgrade process of yours becoming ready, or where you like get to the finish line of this upgrade process. I'm sorry, I'm struggling so hard with words, so I'm really, really sorry if this is just a whole jumble of words and it's difficult to kind of keep track of what I'm trying to tell you. But hopefully you guys can bear with me. So yeah, it feels like this angelic gift, that this is something that the angels are helping you with. So it feels like your gift is going to be able to come forward in any case, but I feel like there's some kind of mental block that needs to be released. So it almost feels like you could really benefit from like taking on more spiritual practices, or starting to work with the mind more, in the sense that again, you kind of relax it, you quiet it, because in that way you can actually connect with the higher powers. You can connect with the divinity that is both within you and outside of you. And for that, you need to have a very open mind. You need to be almost like a clear channel, where the messages that want to come forward to you can do so, where you don't like block them out because they don't make sense to your rational mind. So yeah, it feels like you are very close to getting to this end stage, or to getting to the end of your maturing process. But I just feel like there needs to be a stronger connection developed with the divine. Wow, okay, this energy is like, it's pulling me in because it's so powerful. But let's look at the tarot. I want to see what the tarot has to say. I hope it made sense to you what I was saying with these cards. And again, when it comes to what you can, what kind of blessing is coming your way, what you can expect, it feels like something that it might even be some kind of gift or talent that is like a soul gift, so to say, or something that you had with you when you incarnated, or that came with your soul into this lifetime, into this journey that you are on. And it might be that it has been lying dormant within you all this time. It's like it's something that you're not even aware of that is within you, but that will almost be unleashed once this maturing process is done. Okay, let's look at the tarot. Moving on. So what I want to see is how you can continue going down the most aligned path for yourself. Interesting. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, with Strength in reverse. 2 8s coming out. Okay, one more though, please. I want this one. Ah, and the Star. Oh, did I mess up my card? Hopefully not. And the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, interesting. So, I'm kind of feeling, oh my goodness, is the Star the Star is number 17. So if you reduce it, 1 plus 7 is 8. So you still got an 8. So you have, you kind of have 3 8s coming out. So you might want to pay attention to numerological synchronicities. But yeah, so what it feels like is that with this 8 of Pentacles in reverse, it kind of feels like you need to stop working and putting so much effort into things, or like moving around, because this is even though this is actually a card of Virgo in the tarot, it's very, very closely related to the Capricorn archetype, which is that And I actually feel it kind of runs through all of the earth signs. But it's like you constantly need to keep moving, like you can't stay still, because otherwise you feel like you're just wasting your time, or you're being lazy, or if you're not doing anything productive, it almost feels like you're wasting time. So I feel that being in this more relaxed state, or where you don't constantly do something, it might be somewhat difficult for you, especially with the star coming out in reverse here. But I feel like it's something that you really, really, really need to do. And it's so funny, because now that I look at the underlying energy, you have the Three of Pentacles. So basically you've got two work cards. One is like working by yourself, and one is working with others. And they're both in reverse. So yeah, it just feels to me like you really, really, really need to kind of stop putting that much effort and your energy into kind of keeping yourself busy physically, because I feel like in order for you to have a clear connection with the divine, you need to have stillness, you need to have peace, you need to have calm. And you can't have calm when you are constantly moving about, right? Please don't take it in an extreme way, I'm telling you to stop like being responsible, or to stop taking care of your obligations and your responsibilities. Absolutely not. You still need to do that, of course, but I just mean that you need the space. You need the space, at least, even if it's like an hour in a day. But there has to be a space in time where you can just relax and be, and tune everything else out, and tune into your inner wisdom, into your inner guidance, and into the divine that is trying to talk to you, and guide you and lead you. There just needs to be a time where you kind of take a break. There needs to be a replenishing of energy. And I feel that it's crucial with the star coming out in reverse. It's like almost like pushed to the edge there, where you are almost at the point of overexerting yourself. So yeah, please be mindful of any like overworking that you may be doing. Okay, I want to see what this block is rooted in for you guys. What is this block rooted in? Why is it here for Capricorn? Whoa. We have the Artist that came out in reverse, number 22, and the High Priestess in reverse, number 2. Okay, High Priestess, I'm not even going to get into it, but the High Priestess has been coming out for so many signs, it feels like. And again, you have the numerological synchronicity. It's crazy. The Artist, number 22, with the High Priestess, number 2, 222. Now, with the Artist, I just want to say that this is not actually a part of the traditional tarot. This is an added Major Arcana card in this Ethereal Visions tarot deck. So it's just specific to this deck. But I want one more card though. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that wasn't planned, but I guess we want 3. So, wow, you have 2 of Cups in reverse, another 2, and 3 of Wands in reverse. Oh, wow. Oh, and the Hermit in reverse. Interesting. I just want to point out there's so many reversals coming out, which is, it's not like a bad thing, but it's just something that I'm noticing. That's somewhat bizarre. But we have the Artist, the 2 of Cups in reverse with the 3 of Wands in reverse. It's interesting that you actually got the Artist card, because the card in essence is talking about being the conduit for spirit, where you have this divine inspiration, this like spark, or again, some kind of information, some kind of download, some kind of channeling is brought to you, and you as a physical being in this 3D reality have the ability to actually express it, to manifest it, to make it into a physical, tangible thing. And I feel like that's kind of exactly what this card is, right? That you are somewhat out of touch with the divinity, that you're not open to the messages, or you're not able to receive them, at least at this time. And even with the Hermit in reverse, it feels like it's, again, deep replenishment is needed. Taking time out, isolating yourself. I feel like it's really, really, really important for you guys. Really important for you guys. Especially because, again, remember the headspace, right? The mental aspect is the one kind of missing link at this time when it comes to this maturing process that you are on. So in order for you to be able to sort out your mind and your headspace, you really need to allow quiet to overpower everything. You need to shut off the noise and the distractions of the everyday. With the Two of Cups in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse, it feels like some form of breakdown, I want to say. It feels like a breakdown, and that's the only word that I'm hearing, breakdown. Breakdown of what, though? Breakdown of communication? It feels like something failed you at one point. That there was a breakdown of communication, and it failed you. Whatever you were expecting to come in, or whatever you were expecting to result, is that the right word? Whatever you were expecting to arrive didn't arrive because there was some form of breakdown in communication. Oh, I see what this is. I think I see what this is. And I realize how like abstract that sounds, but it's literally, that's the message that I'm getting, and I need to tell you what I'm getting. So it feels like there was a connection between you and the divine, but I feel like it almost got disconnected, or again, there was a breakdown of communication when you kind of turned your focus so much on your physical realm, so much on your actual surroundings and on the tangible, on the material, that the connection was severed. And I mean, I'm not saying that it was like that it's completely lost. Absolutely not. I mean, even if you are not very spiritual, even if you look at people who are like still completely asleep and they are not aware of, even if they haven't gone through an awakening, they still have their own spirit guides. They still have their support team in the energetic and in the ethereal, in the soul realm. They are just not able to connect to it because they're not aware of it. With this, and I mean, if you are looking at if you're watching this reading right now, you are clearly tuned in again, right? Especially like with this coming out, it feels like you're very intuitive, you're very sensitive, you're very highly attuned and very aware. But I feel like the connection between you and the divine has been disrupted at one point when maybe you got overly focused on your work, on your projects, on whatever was going on around you in the 3D world. So I feel like that's why the Hermit card is here as well in reverse, because it's like, and again, take it as it resonates, right? This probably is not going to talk to every single one of you, but it feels like you haven't really taken the time out for yourself to actually connect to your deeper self and to really do some soul searching and some shadow work. It feels like you haven't done that in a while. With the Hermit in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse as well. So many reversals coming out. But yeah, it just feels like there's a slight disconnect between you and the universe or spirit, God, source, whoever you resonate with. But again, it can be restored. It can absolutely be restored. But I feel like it takes a shift in perception for you. It takes, like, all it takes for you to reconnect to the divine is to kind of push away or push out all of the outside external noise and distraction, and just allow yourself to be in this space of calm, peace, quiet, serenity, just tapping into yourself. Again, meditation, yoga, being alone in nature, just like connecting to nature, all those kinds of things are going to help you get in touch with your soul and get in touch with the divine. It's going to help reconnect you. I hope I'm making sense. I really do. But let's look at the shapeshifter as well. I want to see what you can expect with this angelic blessing coming your way. Oh my goodness, this is your card, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. The Two of Swords in reverse. We just had that for Sag. Yeah. They had that as the underlying energy, and then this was over. Okay, anyway. One more, please. One more. What can Capricorn expect from this angelic blessing coming their way? Whoa, okay. Not going to take those, but I am going to take this. Do you see that? Do you see how beautiful that is? Oh, and the Two of Swords is still at the bottom in reverse. So we love when the Ten of Wands or the Two of Swords come out in reverse. Those cards are, it's really good when they come out in reverse. So I'm really happy about that. Do you see, like, oh my God, I can't even explain how much lighter, how much more full of life, how much more flourishing and blooming this energy is that I'm getting. Wow. It's like, oh my God. It's like, exactly, it's like you are relieved of this burden of having to do everything by yourself. Because I mean, and I've said it so many times in my previous readings, but really, we are not here on this planet to suffer. We're not here on this planet to struggle and go through strife and go through pain. And I mean, of course, it is a natural part of life because it teaches us and it grows us and it develops us. But that's not the point why we're here. We're here to enjoy the process. We're here to have fun on this journey. And with the Ten of Wands in reverse, I feel that you're kind of able to recognize that again. Because of this connection that has been severed or disrupted, I feel like you have been going through a lot and you've had to struggle through a lot. And once that like connection between you is repaired and you have the universe or source or whoever working at your side or by your side, you're going to feel such a relief. It's going to become so much easier because you'll be able to be in touch with the divine and actually hear the messages, hear the directions, hear the guidance that will help you move towards the destination that your soul was meant to move towards. That makes your soul and heart the happiest. And I'm feeling that with the Queen of Pentacles. This is you being in your true element. Being free, being abundant, being secure, and just being really, really good where you are. So, yeah, I feel like whatever this gift of yours is, that is being unleashed as you kind of reconnect to the divine, as the connection is repaired. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is just representing that it's the true you. It's your soul in its most authentic form, and it can really flourish. It can really bloom and blossom. It's going to be such a relief. And with the Two of Swords in reverse as well, this is again seeing things clearly, not being conflicted, not being confused about anything, just seeing the truth of situations and getting some real forward progress and real forward movement, where things are not so difficult and so conflicting. I keep wanting to say conflicting all the time. But yeah, wow. I mean, I think I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to make this reading like, I don't know, a whole jumble, because I feel like I've kind of already done that, because it's been really, really difficult to to get your message across, because it's just the sheer size of it is like something that I'm not able to fully grasp. So yeah, but I hope that you still got something useful from this reading. And if you resonated with anything that I was saying, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me, and it would let me know that I've been of some use to you, which is what this channel is all about, and that's why it's the most important thing for me. Also, if you haven't already, but if you did enjoy my energy and my style of doing tarot readings, then please also don't forget to subscribe so that you wouldn't miss out on the future readings that I'm going to be doing for you. And that's it. So I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you very soon in my next one. Bye bye.